if a user just want to ask it if the source code is safe, it can just say, yeah, sure, have fun. And that was the main point where we started to, okay, we have something here. And then we took this vulnerability and asked, okay, GitLab can respond with text, but we also noticed that we can instruct it to give URLs as part of the answer. And these URLs are in part of a markdown language, which is being parsed during the answer. So as part of markdown, you can give also pictures to the user and give them a nice title, and inside of them you can point to an external URL inside the markdown syntax. So we just tried, okay, give me this URL and point it to an external image, and it worked. You can see the full prompt on our blog. And then we understood, okay, we can also give users malicious images, but what can you do with a malicious image? I mean, okay, we can give it a nice Rickroll video, but nothing too risky. And then we thought, okay, this context, GitLab AI has the full context of the user and the same permissions that the user has. So users also working on private projects, and they have private issues, and they are part of big companies that use GitLab. So can we ask GitLab to access a specific merge request that only this user has access to, and then encode the data from that merge request inside the URL that we are planting in the HTML? And it worked. I mean, obviously it worked because GitLab has access to that context, and you can actually use that AI to summarize the data that you want to exfiltrate. You can ask it to, okay, take only the interesting parts of that source code, or take only the keys that are being changed inside a specific merge request and encode them. So you can even use that AI as your personal malicious hacker that understands which source code is interesting and which not. And you can even summarize issues as part of that attack. And inside the blog, we also talk about issues in GitLab can contain confidential data about 0 days and other problems in big open source projects. So you can actually use that AI to summarize those issues and encode them back to you, and it worked.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to share the link to this, but Omer and the folks at Link Legit have done a good job of really showing you how this worked. And let's be like clear: is prompt injection is not a new thing. Like, we've been doing this for a long time. It's very interesting that you guys took the prompt injection kind of attack vector and applied it to this particular LLM application, if you will. So that what I see in here, looking at the blog, is that this is one reason why I try and talk to people all the time and say, like, look, none of this is AI. This is all machine learning and LLMs, because AI, if it's real, is smart enough to go, wait a minute, this is potentially malicious. Somebody's jacking around with things. Like, let's not do that. These are just computers and code that are, I don't know, not even smarter, but they're built better to do more things faster. And if you know the right things to ask it, it'll just vomit back the response. And that's all you're doing here, correct?